Good morning, you guys. So, Sister Amanda Christian just reminded me of this dream on a Facebook post that I made yesterday. Just saying to my mama, hey, I'm going to venture out on your holiday. Yesterday was our first Thanksgiving that we celebrated since she passed. She made the one in 2021 because that's what she wanted to do. She was an ex-chef and she loved to cook. Okay, so last year, 2022, when I made this dream, it was just 2 months after she passed, and nobody really was planning on anything, and we just didn't have a Thanksgiving. It rained here all day, like 100% chance of rain. It was cold and raining. So 2022, we didn't have a Thanksgiving, but I had this dream on October 22, 2022, and it stumped me. So, like I said, Sister Amanda commented on that post and reminded me of it, and I began this video or this dream talking about this was my second dream with my mom, and I had asked the Lord to wipe out the first one, and I think He did, and I think perhaps that was the one Amanda was referring to. I still cannot remember. This is the second dream that I had with my mom in it and like I said, she had only passed 2 months prior, so it was really emotional, and I didn't feel like having Thanksgiving, and we just didn't last year. But this year, just like in this dream, and I'm going to say about 85% of this particular dream has come to pass, but there's something in the end of the dream that makes me think about the border, and we've already had an incident they had an explosion at the Canadian border 2 days ago. Okay, so in this dream, let me see. This is significant to this table because this is why I made the video, even though I didn't know what to make of it. But when I saw this, it prompted me to make the video because there was a smaller table in the dream that we had to pit up to put more food on, and coincidentally, that's what we did yesterday. So, and it was a small house. So my cousin in real life came down for a week. She rented an Airbnb, and it was at a small house. And she wanted to host Thanksgiving dinner, and it was just too small of a house, just like this dream. So in the dream, I was helping to make a dish, and I was helping my mom though, but I was helping her to make a dish, and I made a dish, and I was helping to host, and it was a small house. The food was laid out the best it could in a room where it was served. One dish or two was on a table that was a tad lower than the other couple tables, which is true. We had a folding when the twins came yesterday, but their food, they came late. It was really chaotic, but when they came late, they had to put up a folding table, and it was on the side in the living room, and we were trying to lay out the food the best we could. We just did not have room. Food was piled on top of each other. It was a little chaotic, like I said. There was stuffing. It was cookout dinner. It was a mix of cookout food and a Sunday dinner food. All the favorites. I saw my aunt and her grandkids, and her daughter, which was deceased, and her son. Now everybody's there. Of course, my cousin that was deceased was not there, but my aunt and her grandkids, the kids of the deceased, were all there yesterday. I fixed them a heap of their favorite dish and looked around for the ribs. They were gone. I decided to fix myself some food because their favorites were starting to be gone. and I had helped cook, and I wanted to have some of what I made, of course. So I fixed like 3 small plates. Now my cousin did this yesterday. She did this. I was the first one there, so what she cooked, she began to put a few things aside. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, I made this. I'm going to put this aside." It was like chitlins. Nobody eats chitlins but me. My mom was the only one that made chitlins. And my cousin yesterday, she loved chitlins. Okay, so she's from up north, so it's kind of strange, but she's the only one that really likes to cook, like my mom. And so, yeah, so she made chitlins and she put hers aside. I walked out and I told my mom that someone took my food and I was hungry. And I wanted to leave and I was ready to go. And I guess I would have had to leave with her. She said, "Go to the border and I'll be there Monday." And I was thinking in my mind that she didn't seem to empathize with me about my food. And I would have had to walk. And the Mexican border was 20 miles away. Like I said, you guys, this was October 22nd, well, October 15th last year. And yeah, all those people were there. And like I mentioned in the dream, not my cousin though, because I would have never, but she did host Thanksgiving dinner. It was a small house. It was too crowded. It was enough places to fit the food. We put up a small table. And yeah, the thing that stumped me was that something about the Mexican border, and just coincidentally, there's no coincidences. We had something at the northern border. Now I'm looking to see if anything was going to happen at the Mexican border, or what, or maybe I don't know why that was in the dream, but I wanted to make this particular video, and again reiterate like 85% of this particular dream had happened. And lastly, I did make a post. Let's see. I made a post on Thanksgiving Eve that I made a post on Thanksgiving Eve on YouTube, a community post, saying that I felt like last week was our last relatively normal week here in the U.S., and that I made that post right after the explosion. And then after that, I started writing down the things that were already beginning to happen that points to these particular dreams or whatever. And also I saw news that we had another train derailment in Kentucky. That happened I think on Thanksgiving Day. It happened on Thanksgiving Day, the next day. So there are many reasons why I say that, but I can't, maybe it would have to be a separate video. And like I said, I wanted to make this particular one because we set up a table, and it was on the side. It was just a hot mess as far as space wise. It was a small house. And I did give a shout out to my mom on yesterday. Okay. We'll see, you guys. We'll see. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, and I will talk with you later.